this video, we will cover vocabulary for IELTS Academic Task 1 essays. As with all parts of the IELTS exam, IELTS Academic Task 1 is assessed on 4 criteria. We looked at the first 2, that is task achievement and coherence and cohesion, on the Task 1 overview video. And it's now time to focus on lexical resource, also known as vocabulary. Here we will look at the following: understanding the marking criteria, key vocabulary for IELTS Academic Task 1, which includes adjectives and adverbs, verbs and nouns, collocations, and other useful phrases. And finally, we'll look at percentages, proportions, and approximations. Firstly, let's focus on understanding the marking criteria. Before we start looking at the specific vocabulary you will need for your IELTS Task 1 essay, it is essential that you understand how vocabulary is assessed. Vocabulary, also called lexical resource, carries 25% of the marks, so you need to know what the examiner is looking for. We are going to focus on band 6 to 8 as these are the levels most of you would be aiming for. Here is the marking criteria for vocabulary. For band 8, you need to use a wide range of vocabulary fluently and flexibly to convey precise meanings. Skillfully use uncommon lexical items, but there may be occasional inaccuracies in word choice and collocation, and produce rare errors in spelling and or word formation. For band 7, you need to use a sufficient range of vocabulary to allow flexibility and precision. Use less common lexical items with some awareness of style and collocation, and may produce occasional errors in word choice, spelling, and or word formation. For band 6, you need to use an adequate range of vocabulary for the task. Attempt to use less common vocabulary but with some inaccuracy, and make some errors in spelling and or word formation, but they do not impede communication. The marking criteria for vocabulary can be summed up in a single sentence. Vocabulary or lexical resource is the ability to use a range of appropriate vocabulary and to use it correctly. Of course, there's more to it than that, and there are 3 key things you need to do to get a high score for vocabulary. Correct spelling is obviously essential, so I won't say any more about that. The first thing is to use appropriate vocabulary. In your Task 1 essay, you will be describing data, and this requires some very specific vocabulary that you might only use in this part of the exam. This is what the marking criteria are referring to when they mention precise meanings and less common lexical items or vocabulary. Next, use vocabulary flexibly. You need to have a wide enough range of vocabulary that you can say the same thing in more than one way, that is paraphrase. This is what the marking criteria mean by the phrase allow some flexibility and precision. You do this by using synonyms. Paraphrasing also involves using different sentence structures. Next, use collocations correctly. The marking criteria specifically mentions the correct use of collocations as something you'll be assessed on. A collocation is a combination of 2 or more words that sound correct to a native speaker when used together. The word combination often doesn't work if you try to replace the first word with a synonym. For example, we say heavy rain but not weighty rain, fast food but not quick food, and keen interest not eager interest. My advice here is to only use collocations you're 100% sure are correct. These are something to focus on when learning vocabulary, and I include some Task 1 related examples in the word list we'll now focus on. Now let's have a look at the key vocabulary for IELTS Academic Task 1. We start with adjectives and adverbs. In IELTS Task 1 essay, you're required to describe what you see in a chart, graph, table, map, or diagram, most especially to record changes in the data. To do this, you will use describing words, that is adjectives and adverbs. Adjectives are words that describe or modify nouns or pronouns. Adverbs are words that describe or modify verbs or adjectives. Adverbs can generally be formed by adding ly to the end of the adjective. Here is a list of adjectives and adverbs relevant to Task 1 questions. Don't try to learn them all. This is only a very short essay of a minimum of 150 words, so you won't be able to include much detail. Learn 2 or 3 words for large changes and 2 or 3 for small or moderate changes. Here is a list for large changes. The adjectives you could use are significant, rapid, dramatic, considerable, and sharp. As opposed to that, the adverbs you could use are significantly, rapidly, dramatically, considerably, and sharply. Here is a list for small or moderate changes. The adjectives you could use are slight, slow, steady, gradual, moderate, and marginal. And the adverbs you could use are slightly, slowly, steadily, gradually, moderately, and marginally. Next is verbs and nouns. You will also need some specific verbs and nouns. Verbs are words that describe an action or state. Nouns are words that refer to a thing, a place, a person, or a quality. Here is a list of verbs and nouns relevant to Task 1 questions. For your essay, you should learn 2 or 3 words for upward movement, 2 or 3 for downward movement, because you will probably have to write about changes in data. Here is a list for upward movement. The verbs you could use are to increase, to rise, to improve, to grow, to climb, to jump, and to peak. The nouns that you could use are an increase, a rise, an improvement, growth, a climb, a jump, and a peak. Here is a list for downward movement. The verbs you could use are to decrease, to fall, to decline, to drop, to dip, to go down, and to plummet. The nouns you could use are a decrease, a fall, a decline, a drop, and a dip. The following words can be used to describe both upward and downward movements. The verbs you could use are to fluctuate and to vary, and the nouns you could use are a fluctuation and a variation. Finally, you will need a couple of phrases to describe situations that show little or no change. The verbs you could use are to remain the same, to remain static, to remain unchanged, to stabilize, and to level out. And the nouns you could use are a period of stability. Remember to use the appropriate verb tenses in your essay. Next is collocations. Many of the words in these lists can be formed into collocations and are ideal for expressing change. There are 2 ways that you can create them: verb plus adverb, adjective plus noun. Here are some examples. For verb plus adverb, you could use increase significantly, rose steeply, improved considerably, jumped suddenly, fluctuated slightly, fell rapidly, dropped dramatically, and dipped sharply. For adjective plus noun, you could use a dramatic improvement, a sudden increase, a rapid rise, a steady growth, a slight fluctuation, a gradual decrease, a steep drop, and a sharp decline. Again, don't try to learn them all, just pick a couple that you feel comfortable using. The following sentences illustrate how you might use some of this vocabulary in an IELTS Task 1 essay. The price of houses went into a sharp decline between 1980 and 1985, but increased significantly from 1986 to 1990. Over the whole time period, there was a steady growth in the number of women choosing to study part-time, but for men, the level fluctuated. Here are a few more phrases that you may find useful: upward trend, downward trend, highest point, lowest point, compared to, in comparison with, relative to, second, third, highest or lowest. Next is percentages, proportions, and approximations. All charts, graphs, and tables in IELTS Task 1 questions contain numerical data. You will gain marks if you are able to vary your language when you present this numerical data in your essay. Using approximations and proportions are an ideal way to do this. So we'll start with these as they are useful for all types of IELTS Task 1 essay questions. Approximations. The approximate you could use is roughly, approximately, almost, nearly, about, around, and exactly. For more, you could use more than, well over, just above, just over, a little more than, a large proportion, and a significant majority. To describe less, you could use less than, well below, just under, slightly less than, a small proportion, and insignificant minority. Often numerical data are expressed as percentages, and you can use approximations to present this form of data in a different way. Here are some examples. 6% could be a small proportion, 23% just under a quarter, 27% approximately a quarter, 48% almost a half, 50% exactly a half, 53% more than half, 72% slightly less than 3/4, 77 roughly 3/4, 85% well over 3/4, and finally 96% you could describe as a significant majority. You now have more than enough vocabulary to write a high-scoring academics IELTS Task 1 essay. Use the lists when you practice writing Task 1 essays. You'll soon become familiar with the vocabulary, and this will help you to choose which words and phrases to learn fully and memorize. That's all the information you will need to understand vocabulary for IELTS Academic Task 1 essays. Thanks for watching. Until next time.